Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and I am hesitant to do this video blog because I am in serious need of a trip to see my hairdresser. I mean, it is scary. So you don't know how I labored to put my hair back just perfectly so I wouldn't freak you all out with some crazy hair. So, but I pushed through my insecurities about my really bad hair um, because I'm so excited about what God downloaded into my heart last week. And I just feel like I need to put it into words and do a video blog just so you can see my excitement and hopefully it will rub off on you. So, all of us are busy. We have crazy, crazy lives. Today is Monday in my world. Whenever you're watching it, I'm sure in your world you are busy too. And last week, I about had a meltdown. I, um, I sat down for just to do some work and started writing out my to do list. And I knew that I needed to kind of spend some time with the Lord before I got into my work. But I had so much in my brain that I just needed to get it all out so that I can just kind of focus on the Lord for my time with Him and then get back to work. Like I said, usually I try to start my day before I open up my computer, before I get out any pad and pen to do anything. I try to get into the Word. But today I just feel like I needed to just get it out so I could focus on God. So I sat there and I was making my to-do list and it was just line after line after line. I'm sure that you can identify. I wonder if you've got a huge project at work and that there's just so many different tasks to do. Or maybe you just have so many things going on that in your life that you've just got one thing after another to check off of a list. We all are so super busy. So after I made my list, and I'm talking, it was a full page full, line by line by line. I was freaking out. I set that notebook aside and I picked up my Bible, and my devotional reading for that day was in Exodus. And if you all are familiar at all with Exodus, you know that the Israelites, God's chosen people, His special people, were put into the desert to make their way to the promised land. They spent years and years and years, 40 years in the desert, and wandering around for many, many reasons. And at one point in Exodus 16, the Israelites start complaining about how, even though they were in bondage in Egypt, they still had food to eat, and they were still, they still have yummy food to eat and good, and they were taken care of for the most part. And so they were complaining to Moses, and this is what they said. I mean, this is just crazy. God took them out of bondage and promised them this land of milk and honey and this beautiful land. And this is what they said: it would have been better if we had died by the hand of the Eternal in Egypt, or at least we had plenty to eat and drink, for our pots were stuffed with meat and we had so much bread we wanted. But now you have brought the entire community out into the desert to starve us to death. Now, of course, God wasn't going to starve them to death. But our loving God, in His compassion and His patience with us and with them, of course, God decides that He was going to provide them in a miraculous way meat and bread, basically food to eat every day. And so what happens in Exodus is God brings down quail every every evening. Quail flew in and covered the camp, and this is chapter 16 verse 13. And when morning arrived, what seemed to be ordinary dew was all around the camp. But when the dew evaporated, it left behind a thin, mysterious, flaky substance that looked like frost on top of the dry desert ground. The people went out to examine it. They'd never seen anything like it. It turned out it was bread. They called it manna. It was special bread from God. And He gave them very specific instructions. Actually, Moses gave them instructions. It is the bread which the Eternal has given you. Here are the instructions. Gather only as much as you should eat by yourself or for the family. Pick up 2 quarts of bread for each person who lives in your tent. Do not try to keep anything until morning. Either eat it all or throw it away. Just get what you needed. God will provide miraculously for each family, for each person, what they needed, no more and no less. So I read this after I did my to-do list, and I just decided, God, so I read this and I just had this moment. I was like, God, I have this list. I need manna from you that comes in the form of time and strength and the ability to get through my anxiety and my stress about what I have going on in my life and to check off each item of the to-do list. And so I said, Lord, I give it over to you. I'm coming to you just as the Israelites came to you for their food and for their meat every day, and you give me exactly what I need. I'm trusting you in this. So I shut my Bible and I got to work, and I'm telling you, I got to work. I had about 3 hours exactly for that morning to get a ton of work done. And so come about 10:30 in the morning, I still had, I had to be done by 11:30. I finished a ton of stuff. I mean, I opened up, I looked at my list and I'm like, check, 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 got that done. And I looked down and I was like, you know what? I have time to spare. This is like the manna that God poured down on the Israelites. He poured down just enough strength and ability and patience and wisdom for me to work on my list. It was like manna from heaven. I was so excited. I think I even did a woohoo, at my house all by myself. So all this to say, I hope that you will hand over your to-do list to the Lord. I hope that you will see that He gives you everything you need and He provides you the strength, His strength, to get anything and everything done that you need to if we submit it to Him first. And He helps us order our day, order our lives, and order our to-do lists. A little practical suggestion. A friend of mine, Rachel, she is so cute. Or Rochelle, I'm sorry, Rochelle. She's so cute. She told me that she keeps a little notepad, a little sticky note next to her Bible and her devotional and her Bible study stuff. So that if she has something that comes up, her mind starts wandering on what she has to do for the day, she just writes that down, sticks it away, knowing that she can go back to it later and gets back to her Bible study. So it's all the same thing. We're submitting our lives to the Lord. We're handing it over. And then we're expecting Him to provide everything we need, that manna, everything we need to get through the day. And just help us to glorify Him in every area of our life, even with our stress and even with our to-do lists. So thanks for indulging me with my crazy bad hair. I'm going to the hairdresser tomorrow. I can't wait to show you a new hairdo. And I hope you have a good day. Hand over your to-do list and see how He takes it and gives you the exact manna, the exact strength and ability that you need to get through that list. I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are, and we'll see you next time. Bye.